Hey guys, I know it's been quite a while since I've made a proper video, but I figured one last one. Here's the snowfalls. Let's get into it. So, our greenhouse has taken up a lot of our time this fall. Why don't we go have a look? We don't have any electrical in it yet, so it is getting quite cold, but it is definitely not getting as cold as it is outside. And a little bit of sunlight today and it'll warm right up. So, got this nifty little thing right here. Not sure if you can see where the little black mark is. That's how low it got last night. And then the orange is the temperature right now. So we're sitting at about 3. It got down to about -2.5, -3. But as you can see, the water didn't freeze in my bucket. So. And we had some volunteer lettuces come up in the gravel around the back door, because that's where I had accidentally shed out some lettuce seed last year. And Mike went ahead and transplanted them in here for me as a surprise, which is very sweet. So obviously there's still some work to be done. I'm going to be putting some paving in on the sand so that we have a nice solid foundation for our seating area. Also, stone will help retain heat in the spring. So yeah, so we're gonna go for probably a fairly dark colored stone. And then I'm thinking for the summer, in order to keep it from getting too hot on the feet, to put down just an outdoor rug kind of thing. So yeah, that's the greenhouse. So far so good. We're definitely going to need more dirt. These beds are almost full, but they are going to settle in a bit, and then these ones all the rest of the way around are still needing about 3 inches of dirt. So, and I've got some lovely little string lights. I'll have to take a video of it at night to show you, because it's magical. So isn't snow so pretty? Look at the ice crystals. And I'm gonna say it's winter. I know it's only just snowed for the first time. This will probably all melt by the afternoon, but it's that winter sun. So I still got a few things to do in the garden before we finish up. I need to tip these pots over so that they're not full of water and they don't expand as they freeze and crack. I need to clean up some more of the foliage. And my job for this morning is harvesting my dry beans. And they're all in here. It's hard to do this one-handed, but there they are. Anyways, I'm just gonna fill up that bucket. These dry beans. And also my broccoli are actually still alive. There's even a little new one growing down here. He might be a little frozen right now though. I think they might have finally gotten a frost hard enough for them. But there are some seeds here as well. I'm going to let them dry out a little bit more, and then we'll harvest those. I think we've got some lettuce seed in here. Looks like it. That's a red romaine. And this one didn't get far enough to actually make seed, so These ones haven't bloomed. But I do actually have a couple of cabbages under this cover. And I'm gonna need to take them in today. The other leaves have frozen a bit, but that's okay. Yeah, so that's what we got to do in the garden today. Other than that, we just need to clean up all the dead foliage and let everything rest for winter. So I've gone ahead and pulled up my cannas. The roots are still fine. The tops definitely got frosted. It's pretty cold here last night. So the roots are good. I'm basically just gonna shake off the excess dirt and then put them in my cold storage in paper bags or in a bucket lined with paper. And then these are actually the roots from the artichokes. The artichokes didn't do too bad. This is, I think, probably the biggest one. You can see they've got these long fingers. It's not too bulky, so I might be able to actually fit that in my mini fridge downstairs. Maybe I'll do an experiment and put 2 in the mini fridge and put 2 in the cold storage and see if there's a difference in how they grow next year. So, yeah. I think that's most of what I was going to do. I'll show you the fruits of my other labors. As you can see, things are starting to die back. Snapdragons are actually being remarkably hardy. Now, part of that is because they're against the house, so they're getting a little bit of frost protection. But they are looking quite impressive. The sun's actually starting to warm them now, and they're not shriveling too badly. So that's pretty good. And so these are my cabbages. There's some beans there. It's a couple different type of beans, but I should be able to tell them apart once I get them shelled out. A couple of cabbages, and I decided to go ahead and pull quite a bit of the sage out for drying. I've had mixed success with sage surviving the winter. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So anyways, this should be enough for a decent harvest. And then back to the greenhouse. The roof has just about thawed out. There's a little bit of condensation and humidity in here. It's warm in here. My glasses are fogging up. So it's got to be still near 0 outside. And it is reading, you can see that, it's reading just under 15 inside. So it's nice and warm in here. So I went ahead and there's a couple of little cabbages in the garden still. Much too small to do anything with, so I decided to pop them in here. See how long I can keep them going. If nothing else, they serve as an experiment to see sort of how long the greenhouse stays frost-free, or not frost-free, but, you know, above negative 7, I think, is usually degrees. 7 degrees Celsius is usually when things like kale die. So yeah, transplanted a couple of these. They're still doing well. There's no frost damage on this yet. And I pulled off all the leaves that had any worm damage, so I don't think we should have any cabbage worms in here. Yeah, so they have survived the pretty hard frosts outside already, and we should have some lettuce to harvest. Really, I could go ahead and harvest some of these bigger ones already. Not taking the whole head, but just pulling off outer leaves. I should do the ones that are a little bit damaged, I should pull off anyway. No sense in the plant putting energy into leaves that aren't good. But yeah, I could take about half of these leaves off and leave that at its center. So next time I need a salad, I'll be out here. actually looking pretty good. So some of those leaves are a little bit less nice. My husband did these, so they're sort of, they're leaning. It's very sweet, but I might have to correct that. It's just bugging me that they're crooked. Anyways, yeah. That's what I've been up to today. I want to do one last video for the year with a sort of review, talk over how things grew, what worked, what didn't, successes and failures and stuff. So love to hear more feedback from you guys as well on that, and that video will be coming in the next week or two. I've slowed right down. I'm sort of beginning to hibernate, so it'll take a little bit of time, but I'm still looking forward to making that. And appreciate talking to you all. Have a great day. We'll see ya.